Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with Forged Irish Stout, Empire Fight Store, freebets.com. We're here, Nisse Sauerland. Nisse, what a show, but let's start at that main event. Abass Baraou came through a tough fight with Sam Eggington. What a fight.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know what you're going to get with Sam Eggington, and that's a tough fighter. And he's always in wars. And Abass boxed brilliantly tonight. I think Eggington did as well, and what a treat for the fans. And we don't get enough of these in the UK at the moment. And I think the viewers at home, Channel 5, DAZN worldwide, had a real treat tonight.
Was that a bit of a coming-of-age performance of Abass Baraou? I've just interviewed him there. You can see how much it meant to him. He's reduced to tears. Was that his sort of coming-out party to say, you know what, I think I'm ready now to make that step?
Yeah, 100%. Look, it's been a long journey. I've had Abass since he was, since his debut. I consider him a friend, and to get to a European title, world title eliminator. And it was an acid test tonight, and he passed it. And that was a real tough test from Eggington. Hats off to him, and I think he really deserved it tonight. I thought one judge had it as a draw. I thought that was a bit crazy, but what can you do? We still got the win. I'm not going to whine, but it's still a bit of a crazy scoreline.
What pleased you about the rest of the card? Obviously, we saw Matty Harris return under the guidance of Peter Fury. Disciplined performance. I know he didn't necessarily really happy about it, but I suppose when you come off a loss like that, it's just important to get your feet wet and get a win under the belt. Yeah,
I think to exercise some demons, get back out there. I think a rematch against the guy who beat him is the next step. Obviously, I take Peter Fury's advice on that as well. But look, I think being with Peter and in such a disciplined camp, and so many, he's got Huey to spar with, and it's a good place for him. And yeah, it was disciplined, and I think he needs to be a bit disciplined. You're not going to blow everyone out in a round, and he saw that against the Ukrainian fella. So it's building blocks, right? Yeah. We're trying to build a heavyweight champ, and Rome isn't built in a day. It takes a while.
100%. After the main event, Dan Toward obviously improved his record. Looks an excellent young fighter. I know Sam John's taking charge of his managerial side of things, and he's buzzing about him. Another good performance there tonight. How pleased are you with him and what you've seen so far?
Look, he was the perfect opponent for him. It was only his third fight, and he was picking him off perfectly. Those body punches were awful. Credit to the opponent, he kept coming until he had enough, and I think Dan Toward can go on and do some great things.
Moving away from this card just a little bit, Chris Eubank Jr, do we have an update of any sort of what potentially could be next for him?
Yeah, there's loads of names mentioned, Kell Brook, Janibek, I can never say his name, lots of opponents. I know that there's a call this week between my brother and Team Eubank, so let's see.
What would you prefer for Chris at this stage of his career? Obviously, with the Conor Ben fight sort of been dangled, and obviously it doesn't seemingly look like it's happening now. Whether it happens down the future, who knows? Would you prefer like a Brook fight for him, bring Brook back for that big fight, big name?
Yeah, look, Brook's always a big name, and I know they want to do it. I think Chris wants to do it, so let's see.
Well, look, let's see. I appreciate your time. Thanks for talking to Boxing Social. We'll catch up soon.
All right, mate.